Today I'm going to be installing or showing how to install the micro anchor by PowerPole. Yakatech just built this plate. This is the prototype, so it's serial number 1, but Luther built it for me and they did a great job. And your bracket mounts right on top of it. It's offset so you have a place for a rudder, and you can also grab your handle. Today what I'm going to be doing, before I actually showed how to install the anchor itself, I'm going to be running a it's a Blue Sea cable clamp, and it comes in several different parts, and this is great for running any kind of wiring into your boat where you're going to be running the cable to a battery. So this piece just mounts on your boat, and it's a 7/64 drill bit I'm going to be using to drill these holes. I don't want to make them too big. I want this to be pretty tight on the boat. And then you have a plug that goes inside of that you just take the plug, drill a hole in it the size of your wire, you cut it in half, run the wire through it, put it back together, put it on top of that, put this piece over top of that, and you screw it down tight, and it's going to seal off your boat. And these come in white, but I actually took some Rust-Oleum truck bed spray paint, which I find to be way more durable than the plastic coat. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running that back here on the boat, and then the cable is going to run all the way through the boat on the inside, and it's going to attach to my batteries. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is cutting some of this off just so I don't have any excess. But it comes in 2 parts in the box. You got a piece with a fuse that you need to put on there with a connector, and I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. So here's the first part of the install for the cable clamp. It's just, there's a little seal that goes underneath, and there's 4 screws that go in, and I put it up there, and I put the 1 screw in it on the top and 1 on the bottom, and I tighten I tighten them down one at a time. I drill my other screws and pull it back out, put the seal under, and screw it back down. Pretty simple. And what I'm going to do is drill a hole right in the middle of that, and that's where I'm going to run my cable. So now you can see I've run the cable inside the boat. Hopefully it's going to be fairly easy to get back to this, because you know I have to get it to go all the way up there somehow. You can run a rigging bullet or something through and tie it to the cable and pull that through and then pull it back down through is probably what I'll do. But as you can see, what I've done, I've just run the cable inside here. It's not a big deal, and it's going to run all the way up front, and I'll put my seal on. So what I'm going to be doing is just taking it's one of the rigging bullets you get from Yakatech. I actually just ran a piece of braided fishing line through it, and I tied it in there because I'm not using this to thread into a backing plate. It just makes life easier. And I'm going to slip this through the hole. And what I've done is tied enough braided line to it to run all the way through the boat. And on the other end of this braided line, you can see I tied a washer on there. So when this slides all the way through the hole, it doesn't pull the line in with it. And then I'm not going to be using this to pull a backing plate. I'm just simply going to be tying this fishing line to the cable for the anchor and just pulling it through all the way up to the front. It's pretty easy. So now I have the cable clamp. I had the wiring run through the hole in the boat all the way up front. What I did is run it all the way to the front, and I knotted it around the scupper where the scupper hole goes through the column. I tied it around there and tied a knot into the wire, so anytime I put something in the boat or slide the boat back, that it's not going to go slide back in there and I'll have to fish it back out. But with the rigging bullet and a piece of braid, it was pretty easy to pull through. So what I've done now is I actually have the plug that goes inside of the cable clamp, and you simply drill a hole in it the same size as your cable, and then you take a knife and cut one side of it, and you slip it over your cable, and you stick it inside here, and you tighten the top down. I'll show you how that's done. Alright, as you can see, I got the water seal installed now, and that baby's not going anywhere. It's nice and tight. Should be nice and watertight. I might take a little bit of marine sealant and put it right around the top here, but I don't think it'd make a difference either way. So now that I ran the wiring through, like I said, there's 2 pieces of this unit. There's actually a fuse that goes through here. So when it comes in the box, it comes in 2 pieces, so you can actually run the wire. And you simply just put a heat shrink connector on the two pieces and put those together. That heat shrink holds them together really nice, and I just put my wire terminal ends for the batteries on here, and I should be ready to go. And it's running right through my front hatch, and then we'll show a little setup here in a few seconds. So now for the installation. It's pretty simple. Put these in. And anchor. That's it. She's ready to go. All you have to do is drop in your pole and hook the battery up, and you're ready to go fishing. This also comes with wireless neck lanyard where you can wear a remote around your neck. And I've also so when you want to install your anchor on another boat, you're just going to install another adapter plate, and then you can buy another mounting plate. I think they're fairly inexpensive, and you can move your anchor from boat to boat if you have another boat. So there you go. There's my install on my Wilderness Systems Ride 135.